YouTubers, my name is Amber and welcome to Pan That Palette Finale. Wow, what what an amazing year it's been, hasn't it? I just thank you for all of your encouragement along the way and your kind words and the support when I've needed to hear it. Wow. And thank you for all of you that have joined Pan That Palette, and you're going to have this experience for yourself at the end of next year. I told myself I wasn't going to cry, but I finished it. This morning was the last application on my eyes of gunmetal, and I just, wow. This is such a cool thing. So for the first time that I've seen on YouTube, here is an empty naked palette. Oh my word. Can you believe this? This is just, I wish I didn't sound so hoarse, but can you get over this? Like, I can't wait for you to experience something this big for yourself by the end of next year, because it's been a very, very interesting journey. I've had some tough spots along the way with it, of getting, just bored, and then I realized just mixing other shadows, and it's just, I can't believe I'm crying over an eyeshadow palette, but this is just so flipping huge. Thank you for just being so supportive, because when I set out to do this challenge last January, I didn't know if I was going to make it, to be honest with you, and just it's gotten a little bit easier and a little bit easier as the months have passed, and it's because of you and your support, because I've needed to hear it along the way. I've needed that encouragement, so just thank you. Thank you, and I wish you all the best on your project pans and your Pan That Palette challenges, because this rates right on up with being one of the coolest experiences that I've had, because, after spending so much money at Sephora all these years and Ulta and the drugstore, to finally finish something this big is just, wow. So here it is again. I've never seen this done on YouTube, ever. This is the palette that changed YouTube as we know it, because before the Naked palette release, everything was either drugstore or MAC, and so this palette really revolutionized the beauty community as we know it, and honestly, it kind of created us being makeup junkies that we are, because all of a sudden everybody was jumping on the bandwagon with every single palette that came out on the market, and to have this finished, and so many people call this holy grail, this is a cool, very satisfying feeling. But on that note, I also wanted to give you some more motivation along your Pan That Palette challenges. I totaled up a rough estimate of what I finished this year with Pan That Palette. And with using the Naked palette, I have finished a total of 20 eyeshadows, full size, not sample size, full size eyeshadows, and I've hit pan on an additional 4. Most of the shadows that I finished were from the Naked palette. I used 2 shades from the Urban Decay Book of Shadows 4. I used a shade from the 15th Anniversary palette from Urban Decay. And then I also hit pan in the 2 shades from the Too Faced Naked Eyes palette that looks like this. I'm still working on Like a Virgin and Stiletto. I actually finished in the buff this morning, so that rounded out number 20. I'm so excited for you, because this is going to be an amazing, amazing year to just move makeup out of your collection. I did a rough estimate. I didn't add up what kind of the cost would be of finishing the shades out of the Too Faced palette or the 15th Anniversary palette or Book of Shadows, because I can't really remember how much I paid for those palettes. I think it was like $60, but rounding out how much I paid, I just didn't mess with it. But when I looked back at my videos of finished products, I realized that I have a rough estimate total of, drumroll please, $860.22 in makeup alone that I have finished this year. It doesn't count the skincare. That doesn't count the hair care products. I just, $860.22 in makeup. This is like just 4 color tattoos, you know, basically the 20 eyeshadows that I finished, mascara, foundation. I went through 2 blushes because I used the Marc Jacobs blush in Outspoken. Then I finished Benefit's Coralista. I finished multiple bronzers because it was like the Sonia Kashuk Undetectable Cream Bronzer in Warm Tan, a sample of NARS Laguna, Bare Minerals, the High Dive, and then the Skinny Dip, a couple of samples of Chocolate Soleil from Too Faced. So that is like a full size. I just, it's so much. So, yeah, I wanted to come on here and finish out the year because literally this morning as I put on my makeup, gunmetal, like I took that last swipe as I lined my lower lash line, and then I went in the buff to do my highlighting, and I was like, they're done. They're done. So now I can officially start Lorac Pro for 2015. So once again, I say this all the time, but welcome to the challenge, and this is going to be the best experience makeup-wise of your life that you can do for yourself, because I want to extend this satisfied feeling to you. So thank you, and good luck now that we are coming up in 2015. I will talk to you very, very soon because I've got my intro video for Lorac and my Pan That Palette, or not Pan That Palette, Project Pan challenges. So thank you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.